Ryung. Leenock. 2021 GSL Season 3. Africa TV Free Cup Studio Live. 2021 GSL Season 3.
I came here to prove it, I'm ready to do it, I can't be afraid now. Put me on the stage now, I'm ready to rage now.
All right, welcome back, guys. We do have our last match in Code A coming up. It's going to be Leenock against Cure, which is going to be great. We'll have plenty of time to talk about that, but we have, like, you know, we kind of cut around very quickly, and towards the end we'll probably close it out quickly because we have to do the group selection, right? So I want to get this, I want to talk about this a little bit. You were saying you kind of want to go to Group A because it's generally weaker overall, but I mean, Trap would be
the stronger player.
Yeah, he'd be very hard to, I mean, he's going to get out of the group, man. He's like the most consistent player in the world, basically.
You know what he's going to do, right? He's going to make a group with 3 Terrans.
Yeah,
just
I
like
think
last
so.
season.
Yeah.
The Bunny group, 3 Terrans. Always Group A is with 3 Terrans. So that's where I want to go. Because last season I wanted to go to that group, but Rogue kind of like let me down, you know?
Yeah.
I thought he was my friend.
No, I saw. Yeah, it was sad seeing you trying to get people to work with you a little bit and begging a little bit, and it just didn't work out.
Man. So, yeah.
Are you going to take it differently this time? Are you going to stand up for yourself?
No, we're going to Group A. We're going to Group A, boys.
Yeah.
We're going to Group A or we're dying trying.
You should just go sit next to Trap when it starts, man.
Yeah,
just be like, look, I'm a foreigner, I'm a Terran, I'm everything you want, Trap.
Just let's make a Group A with another 2 Terrans, and then we're good to go.
Well, we're gonna have at least 6 Terrans overall, and if Cure makes it through 7 Terrans, so yeah, it wouldn't be surprising really to see 3 Terrans in there because he gets that little switch as well.
It's gonna happen, I'm telling you, because it's so powerful. The Group A, you get literally the first pick, and then you get a swap. So it's basically.
And there's always someone semi-weak left open for the 3rd player in the group, right? Like,
well, normally people just avoid picking it because they know they could swap him, you know. So that's normally the reason why Group A is like the easiest one, because the double pick is so powerful, basically.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. But
it is,
you know, I honestly I think you would put Trap in a group with anybody who's making it out of there.
Yeah.
You'd have to put him in with like Dark and Rogue, and like Zest or something. Then maybe he won't make it out. But other than that, he's pretty good to go. All right, so cool. Do you think you'll be picked first, or you think you're going to be?
I think he's going to pick me first.
You think so?
I think so, brother.
I think he's going to pick a Terran, and I'm just kind of figuring out who that's going to be. Is that going to be you, Keen?
And then I'm probably going to pick Keen.
Yeah.
And then he's going to swap another Terran into the group. I don't know who, but we figure it out.
Yeah, this is going to be it's going to be a fun group nomination this time. I like getting your point of view there on it.
Yeah.
I hope that you make it out. Honestly, your TVT is good enough that you absolutely can make it out.
That's my dream. I'm pretty sure I could have made out Group A last season if I was in that one. But
honestly, like our strong TVT players, it's like Maru's the only one left that I think is really, really super top tier, because Innovation and TY are both in military. And Beyond, I think, is actually like, I think you're better than TVT than Beyond, personally.
But TVT is also like, you can also do it. It just depends. It depends on the day, but yeah, we'll see. Okay, so TBC, Leenock vs Cure. Long time Leenock not here, man.
I know. I'm so excited about this one, man. Leenock was like, he's definitely one of my favorite Zergs of all time, especially towards the end, right before he went to the military. He was powering up like crazy.
Yeah,
you remember that season where he had to go to the hospital and then checked himself out? And then TY beat him 3-0 in the round of 8.
Yeah.
He was actually my pick after his round of 32 group. He was my pick to win the tournament because he was playing so damn well.
I remember. How can you remember all these things? I remember he went to the hospital.
I have a good memory.
You do.
All I do is think about StarCraft. Honestly, it's like
I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that he went to the hospital. He lost 3-0 to TY.
Yeah.
But he was really good before that. I remember that.
Yeah. I want these intros out of the way so we can talk more about this, because there's like funny stuff.
Dragon Phoenix Gaming, Cure.
Yeah, that's Cure. All right, hurry up. Come on.
Leenock.
So, okay, so first off, Leenock looks a lot older than when he went to the military, and I know
Yeah.
it's like about 2 years, so yeah, obviously
Obviously.
Artosis, but it's just a funny thing to see. Oh, pull first! Look
Yeah.
at this!
Yeah, look at it. Just. Oh, look at the barracks as well.
Huh.
Okay. Now we're starting a little cheeky by both of us players. Like, the barracks out of position and pull first. Pull first is just stronger against the proxy to Rex, which Cure sometimes, I remember he likes to do on this map, so.
Oh, you were mentioning actually to me when we were talking last week about Leenock coming back that he's playing very much his own style. Can you elaborate maybe a little bit?
Well, you know, like Leenock is normally like is the kind of guy that likes to play someone greedy or very aggressive, or like he likes to incorporate stuff like borrow faster than other Zergs, the borrow paintings. He's always liked to do this.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's something to keep in mind. But yeah, by aggressive I mean like really aggressive, you know,
Yeah.
the kind of aggressive that you don't see like two-base painting boss stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
I remember I died to this in the
Oh,
lab.
that's really interesting that he's playing like that because I think he was like pretty aggressive for a while, but then when he really started to rise up, JYP basically had talked to him about some of his mid-game and late game that he needed to work on, and then he kind of fixed that and started to really show up because he could play those portions a bit better. So it's interesting to hear that he's doing some of that crazy cheese now.
But it's just ladder game, so it could be just like, you know.
Yeah, sure.
So he gets to see the full scout, and Pure is a little lucky that he didn't want 6 links, because if there's just 6 links here in the command center, I don't know what he will do since he went no Reaper, you know. But as we say, it's only 2, but Leenock gets the full scout as well, so he sees, oh, okay, these guys keep Reaper, he make a reactor, he's making Marines. So he should be as confused as I am, because I don't know what the hell is going on in this game.
Yeah, kind of a different one that we're seeing here.
Okay, so what's your take on this, Artosis? Like, I actually have no idea what's going on here.
No, it's
Save
two
me.
very strange openings going at each other. I honestly do not know. Like what I see from Cure, what it reminds me of, and this is purely building placement, but the way he's placing his buildings is like there's something greedy about it, where he's like, well, I just want this beautiful little Sim City, and I don't want any of my buildings to really have to move around. And it's like, well, I mean, if he did like an all-in, you'd probably be in a lot of trouble, right? So I don't know, it's kind of weird to see. Maybe he's just optimizing for that stage of the game.
Well, the reason why he put the barrack there is to try to fake like a proxy to Rex thingy, like, okay, you use scout, you see no barrack here, and you use all the proxy to Rex in it, but
It's like if he sends a drone, then he insta-turns around when he goes up the ramp, that type of thing.
Yeah, but then he actually double confirmed, like he saw the command center with the other, so he's like, okay, he used faking this. So it seems like he's going to a medevac drop. He's going for a medevac drop with 8 Marines, I guess. Oh, he's like, oh, that's very, very sloppy. You shouldn't lose a drone to a Helium, basically. Okay, so
Medevac coming out now.
also second, third barracks on the way. Okay, he's gonna do a 2-base push. It's one of those pushes that people like to do on this map. They're quite strong, just because the sim city of the map, the way the map works, and the layout of the map. Sorry, is a better word. If you get like a strong position with the tanks, the Zerg is kind of dead. So and especially in tournaments like GSL or like big tournaments, Zergs, Terrans seems to like this stuff, because if the Zerg makes a tiny little mistake, the game just kind of snowballs out of position.
Yeah.
It doesn't force the long game or anything, where Zerg can make mistake and come back. But we'll see, like...
Maybe he's kind of counting on Leenock being just slightly rusty or something like
Yeah.
that, right? Like Cure hasn't taken a break, he hasn't gone to military, anything like that, whereas this is Leenock's first big tournament back.
Right. Okay, so... Looking at this, 2 Evo chambers for Leenock. This is... Ideally, you probably want only 1 Evo against this build, and like Baning speed. So he's not gonna have Baning speed anytime soon. Or ever, to be honest, it's gonna be forever.
Yeah, that's gonna be a little bit rough, isn't it? His lair just now starting, so that is a long ways off. Here, just kind of going around with the medevac, picking off what he can.
He's also making spores, which is not ideal. It's not the end of the world, but it's not ideal.
His creep spread seems pretty good.
His creep spread is pretty good. That's something to take in mind. I guess the Helion died. I didn't pay attention if the Helion is dead or not, so he cannot really control the creep too well. He's droning up, just macroing, making a lot of units. So what's gonna determine this point of the game is like once the Cure decides to do the push with like think it's gonna be to the 5 megabyte mark. He might be waiting for the combat shield as well, you know? Because it just makes your army so much more stronger if you have combat shield than if you don't. Or he might
Well,
just
if he
move
waits
out.
for combat shield, that lines up with +1 attack,
Right, as
right?
well.
But that will also allow Leenock to be up 1 upgrade.
So maybe what he will do is just keep the tanks in a very, very safe position, you know, like in this high ground or something. And try to play, okay, this is really bad, we see some links for free.
This is looking a little bit rough with the timing that this is coming out for Kira. If he takes it a little bit slow, pushes that creep back.
Yeah, that would be kind of okay.
Yeah.
It's not bad, hitting the links, being annoying. Here comes the push, so he's getting into this little choke position. This is so scary, you know? This position is so hard for Zerg to break without baning speed and stuff like that. So he needs a really, really good fight to be able to break it with a lot of links.
Well, those Marines coming forward. Oh my god, the Queen's being taken out so quickly. Here's some transfusions go down, and the Lings come up to kill off the siege tanks with a couple Hellions, so they will end up doing that, but the amount of damage done at this third is just too much.
It is too much. Like, as I say, this timing push is something that if you make a little mistake, you can use snowballs and kills you. And this is exactly what happened. Look, he's cleaning on the banings now. I should want kind of connected, but like this is why 2 Evo Chamber is not good against this play, because look at the speed paintings upgrade is so late, like, insanely. Okay, he gets a decent connection there as well. Like, at least he has a 4 base with a, so he's still mining with some drones, you know. And if he can get some magical borrow banes or something,
Yeah,
I don't know.
he's starting that burrow upgrade, like you mentioned, getting that kind of early on.
Yeah, like,
Earlier than most Zergs do, that's for sure.
like, yeah, sure, he's still behind. He's getting an upgrade. That's what he has an upgrade advantage. He's getting 1 more upgrade, which is the armor. So if he can survive, I could see like somewhat of a way to kind of make it to a game. But I don't know, this is Kira, man. This is one of the best runners in the planet. I think once he gets in a situation like this, or he's just ahead like this, I don't think he's going to just throw it away, you know. But you shall wait and see what's going to happen.
And he seems to be playing pretty well today overall. Kier, for the last few seasons, in my opinion, has been playing towards the bottom of his skill.
Yeah.
Like, it's, you know, everyone's a range of how well they play, but it's like basically since he got killed by TY in the finals, he's had a harder time. But today he looks good. This is some strong play.
It's quite surprising because he's honestly one of the better players we have. And on the online scene, like he's crazy.
Yeah,
He wins like everything. So it's like maybe he went back to his old problems. He was always like this. He was really good online, but offline he was kind of weak until he made to the final against TY, which he used got bopped.
Yeah.
But then he started doing bad again in offline, but really good in online. So maybe now he's gonna do again in offline.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think he would probably trade that happily to try to take another stab at a GSL title.
Right.
Now he kills off that 4th base. I mean, the situation's pretty terrible for Leenock right now, but he is going to have 2-2 against 1-1, so a 2-upgrade advantage can't be scoffed at, but overall his production is not even going to be good.
Right.
He's lost 2 hatches. He's lost 6 queens. Like, I mean, is he going to even have enough Lings to kill this off?
He really needs the upgrades to have any chance. He's also behind on the upgrade, not the upgrade, on the drone count. He's like, so his economy is really trash.
It's bad, man. This is like the worst situation.
This time position is really good.
This is exactly how Zergs lose.
Yeah.
Is what we're looking at right here.
Okay, he finished the +2 armor, so he has an upgrade advantage. And the tanks are a little exposed, so he's gonna get a good fight in this one.
Okay, I mean,
it's not a bad fight.
Yeah. The tanks do okay hitting some of the units. He loses 5 drones though. The Marines get picked up.
Okay.
A little flank here.
10 drones in production. Okay, Leenock. Okay, considering his start, I'm starting to believe a little bit, not too much, but a tiny bit. The 2 liberations.
He's not technically dead, but I love how Kier's playing it. Look at this, setting up double Liberator here.
That's really good.
Oh my god. Dude, I don't have any faith in Leenock winning this game right now. The series, maybe. This game, no.
Can he hit that?
Oh!
Wow.
I didn't think he was going to actually hit that.
The Queen range surprised me every time more and more. Okay, so the Marines getting up. Now the problem is like Curious just landing his third command center. That's his weak point, I guess. But his economy is still the same, kind of same, because the worker count is not big for
Look,
Leenock.
as long as he doesn't take a terrible engagement against Ling Bane,
Oh, look at this.
like looks great. I know the 3rd is a little bit late, but look at that army supply. It's insane right now for Kier.
Yeah, look at this army movement. Like you see the attack and behind the rocks, and like you will never take his base. And He's just playing to deny the 4 base and get a 2-2 timing, I guess, and big
Yeah.
okay, you cannot win.
Well, that would be a perfect play if he like basically hits max and 2-2 and goes across the map.
That's what you know.
Yeah. Leenock is going to have to really make magic, like some sort of a counterattack that forces Kira to turn around or something is going to be about the best he can do. He's burrowing Baneling landmines all over the place, which I think obviously is a great play, and he gets them up right before the sensor tower finishes.
Good,
so that can throw Kira off, right? Sometimes you put down something like a sensor tower and you just assume since no red dots come in that there's nothing there.
Right.
So
Okay, but that's a lot of tanks there.
it's a few tanks, yeah.
Not few.
It's a few, and he's adding a second factory right now, so. Hydralisk Den as well as the Infestation Pit coming up. It seems like he's going to rush up towards Lurkers at this point.
This is Lurker
But he
play.
has to stay alive with the Ling Bane first. He's not going to have Lurkers in time to stop this push.
No, for sure no. His economy is way too bad for being able to afford Lurkers anytime soon. So he really needs to be able to defend with Lim Bane. And honestly, Cure is playing magnificent. Like, he's not actually overcommitting or anything. He's just like, okay, I know I'm in a great position. I'm going to play defensive, get 2-2. And just kill you once I have 2-2. This is exactly like textbook the way he should be playing again.
Yeah. Great scan there as well. And just reconfirming like that there are, or confirming there that there are Baneling landmines waiting for him is going to make him a lot more careful in the move outs.
Yeah.
Honestly, like 2 scans can save your entire army.
Yeah, now he knows, like, okay, he has Bane.
This, he's got 12 medevacs.
It's fine. I mean, a little too many, but it's okay, you know? I think it's fine.
He's got 1 for every Marine right now.
I think we need like something like 55 medevacs for that one.
He doesn't have enough supply for that one. That doesn't even make sense.
You'd be surprised. I've seen some stuff. Actually, I'm surprised that he's still making tanks. I thought he was switching to mines, but I think he's in a fantastic position, so it doesn't really matter what he does. He just wants to hit his timing.
You think it's actually better to switch to mines here? Like, the tanks are almost like I like mines against Ling Bane, but if he
no, I mean these
against the upcoming Lurkers, it feels good.
I'm not yeah, against Lurkers is good, but I'm not sure if he knows Lurkers. You know,
yeah.
That's why I'm surprised. But if he knows his Lurkers, then yes, the right place. Oh wow,
Great scan there.
great scan. Staging forward slowly to tanks.
The scan goes down. He actually misses the Banes just to the right of there, but I don't think they're actually going to come into play. Now, a huge Link counterattack here on the 3rd base. Going to surround this bunker, and Siege Tank can kill that off very, very quickly. This is a huge amount, but of course, Leenock has to give up his 4th base here because of that. So we got to see him evacuate those drones. He does evacuate at the very last second. And, I mean, I like how Leenock's trying to do this.
Yeah. Like that was the best move he could have made. And the Vipers are out, so maybe if he gets magical blinding clouds, maybe. Like, it's not.
There's so many tanks up there, though.
Yeah, it's not looking great, but it might be like if he can break this, he can break this somewhat decently. Maybe he has a chance. Probably his economy has been so bad all game, and like literally all game he has no economy, so he's slowly dying, slowly. But he's actually been kind of coming back, kind of.
Yeah, the blinding clouds are fantastic.
Yeah.
Like he gets 4 tanks in them, so he'll like mostly clean it up, kinda.
He tried his best.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was really well played by Kieran, but Leenock actually gave me some hope for his series because after he lost his Terrabase, I'm like, okay, you can just leave the game. You never.
Well, he's got like every tactic down. It's just he was so far behind that nothing worked.
But I feel like it's not like he played too bad, you know. The problem is that, as I say, with this build, if you make it like one mistake, which he did, which was not having any banelings, he cannot use roll over, you know.
The double Evo play instead, the quicker layer. Well, it was a kind of a rough game. Like it was definitely very Cure favored, but Leenock didn't look bad.
It didn't look bad. Honestly, he didn't look bad. Just as we say, the double Evo. I think 1 Evo plus a faster layer is pretty good against this. Probably the best answer you can do. But 2 Evo can work because he had 0 banelings. You need some banelings as well.
Yeah. Don't forget it was also a pool first there, so. All right, Light Shade going to be set too. Let's see if Leenock can bring it back.
GSL Season 3, Code A. Dragon Phoenix Gaming, Cure. Leenock.
So I have a question for you. Before this match started, what was your prediction for this match, like score-wise?
Oh, like Cure 3-1 maybe.
3-1.
Yeah, like the thing is, I love Leenock. I think he was playing fantastically before military, but he just came back.
Yeah, not
And
too long ago.
again, like since his finals against TY, I actually haven't liked Cure's play, and I want to like it, but like he's had a lot of really rough games, a lot of bad decisions, and just hasn't looked that good in GSL.
Yeah, that's right.
But still, it's like it's so hard to come out of the military and then instantly go into Code S. It's rough, right? Like we just had Keen versus Ryung, and Keen makes in, but it's like 2 guys that came back from military.
Well, not only that, King actually lost the last season against DRG. So it's not like he actually just came back immediately.
Yeah.
Was there anyone that came back and immediately got to Code S?
Like immediately?
I don't
DRG, didn't he?
Okay, now we're
DRG's
going back.
first one back, I think. He came right back in, I think.
I don't remember. Your
But-
memory is better than me for that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I might be wrong on that, but
Yeah.
like, basically the point is I don't know, because some people say like you can get your skill back really quick after the military, and in fact, Keen was saying, you know, I feel mechanically just totally fine.
Yeah, he's playing for like a long time now.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's not like it depends.
When
like,
did he get back?
I would say like at least like 5 to 6 months ago.
5 to 6 months? Oh, okay.
So, yeah, that's a very.
That's
relative-
longer than I thought, actually. I
Yeah.
thought it was only a couple months, but.
No, because he played the season before, remember? And he lost 3-2 to DRG, remember?
Oh, that's right. Yeah. No, and he did that Reaper build that was kind of
Yeah.
like the one you did that I
Yeah.
really liked. That's right. I was misremembering that. But
Wait, what's going on? He actually did the same build, right? He was skip Reaper? We
Oh, I
skipping
actually-
Reaper in TBC nowadays? I thought it was a good unit. Maybe I should rethink everything that I know about this game now.
well, you like to damage the 3 links? Is that you like to get them in the yellow and the red? And
And then do nothing?
I tell you, as a commentator, that's the hardest thing to take care of. Is that really Reaper harassment?
Is he gonna fly the command center? He's gonna fly the look at that. Oh, what? He was greedy, man.
I like
Okay,
it.
this
I
is
like it.
Not bad. Oh, this is an insane fast layer. What am I watching? Look how fast this layer is, man.
Oh,
This layer is really
that's like a
fast.
2-hatch muta layer timing, isn't
Kinda.
it?
Does he have link speed? I missed it. No, he has no link speed, man. Whoa, this could be an Iris, man. This could be an Iris. Or a really fast
Like
mirror.
Queen Lingnitis?
Yeah. It could also still be Roach Nidus, but I don't think so. I think it's gonna be... Considering he's still on 2 gases...
I think
Man,
he's
I
gonna
don't
throw
know.
a Spire down, man.
Yeah, probably. Like, my god, this is the fastest layer I ever seen of 3 hatchers.
Yeah, that's kind of the weird part here.
Yeah, it's what I told you. Like, he likes to play really weird. Actually, looking... I think I might be an Idol, man. He's gonna...
Oh, Roachhorn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
you
gonna
must
be-
be right then.
it's
You
gonna
have to
be
be.
And now there's a overlord you see on the bottom. There's like a little overlord just trying to be sneaky. So
Mhm.
that's where the knight is gonna go into the main base. And
Totally.
if there's something I know about this, is that the European search tell me that this is a useless building. But once it gets up, it's not very useless, you know.
Did you? Yeah, they can send it however many units through that they want. It's actually kind of crazy. You should tell them that.
I will make sure to let them know.
Well, we'll see if it works out for him. He's coming across the map right now with this medevac. There's very few units actually out right now. The Roachhorn's just about to finish, so we will be able to start those. But this could definitely get the scout as to what's up.
Yeah, it could. Also, Curie is doing the same build, similar. So the knight is going up though. The good thing is that he's making a tank, so that's like his saving grace. Oh, these roaches need to pop out and defend his middle.
Ooh, but as soon as you see roaches
Yeah,
and
he
the layer
will know.
already up, like you, okay, he knows. Well, now he hears it anyway. So yeah,
Okay, the queens are out. There's not many units.
he doesn't have the tank yet.
No. The tank sim city is going to be so important. Oh my god, this is so scary, man. I don't know what's going to happen. If he kills Steam, I don't know, man. At least the whole thing is that Cure has a lot of production, right? Like he has no more production than all the time.
Oh! All right, he saves it down the ramp. So important. Going to repair that right away. Siege up. Down goes Stim. The Roach is just standing in a line watching everything.
Oh, I need to pull this back. Don't lose your roaches. You're going to need those.
Let's not forget there are Marines across the map, but now you have to kind of choose where are you going to micro.
Right. With the medevac, it's so much more support since there's no queens hitting the medevac. So he's going to get the Nidus.
Yeah, he might end up getting it.
He has a lot of HP at this point when it's already done like this, so it's a little hard to kill. Do you think he should send the queens back and deal with the knight? I'm not even sure, man. Like, I think.
Yeah, it's hard to say because if you bring the queens back, then immediately he can jump on your Nidus. He actually sent a bunch of the roaches back here to deal with it.
Yeah. Or
Queens give like a little bit more stability, a little bit more time for him to get roaches back through if that's what he wants to do. Throws down, okay, hits a bile there on an SCV. Liberator being set up, the counter drop in the natural.
I think it's starting to look very good for Cure though. Even though he lost team, like they already had 3 tanks, he's getting closer and closer to be able to like not be able to be broke.
Oh god, he's gonna keep going with it. Cure dropping off in the main base. He's going to have 3 Ravagers, which is a good number if he doesn't lose them here. But yeah, the damage output is a little bit too much. Throws down the Biles onto the tank. Will kill it off, but loses one of the Ravagers. Everything going to die. Leenock is out of here.
So this was a really, really good build by Cure. It's basically the same build he did in game 1. It seems that it's quite good against this build. I don't know exactly this build. Like it's the first time I see it. But it seems just good overall against aggression. And it's like an aggressive build in general.
Well, I mean, if you knew the way that Leenock was playing a little bit more aggressive, then Cure obviously would know that as well, playing the same ladder all day.
Right.
But yeah, Leenock not choosing the right build there, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately not. I don't know if he ever had a chance to be on it. Like, I think the moment the tank survived, the game was already kind of like in Cure's position. Because the metabank was never going to die.
Yeah, maybe he should have popped like a couple queens out with the roaches to kind of push that back more quickly.
Yeah,
and done like a more prolonged push with like a more Ravager heavy army out there. Yeah,
no gas.
Everything about it was terribly hard. All right, 2000 Atmosphere is going to be map number 3. Let's get into it.
GSL Season 3, Korea. Dragon Phoenix Gaming, Cure. Leenock.
Yeah, I hope that we get to see a macro game here out of Leenock where he's not way behind at the beginning.
Yeah, well now we're seeing something else like you're showing gas first. You see that gas first, that means Hellions really quickly, which might mean like 4 Hellion Robot or something like that. We'll see. This map is probably not the best map to do this though, because it's a little far. Normally you want to do something, if you're gonna do 4 Hellion run by, which is the most standard thing you do after Garfield, you want a map that the distance is not so big, you know? Something like Lightshade, or back in the day, I don't know, Kairos, like small maps, you know?
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Well, do you think that that's for sure what he's gonna go for
no,
here?
No. I'm just saying, like, that's the most standard one, the most common one after Gas first is like Hellion Robot into Banshee or something like that. We're giving something else. Now also look at that SCB that's going to the left. What's going on here? You see that?
Oh.
I don't know if the
A
observer
little bit
really
cheeky
does it.
here.
Yeah, it's a little cheeky SCB. What is going on here?
Well, I mean, I guess he's going to build a factory over there, or maybe he's just getting over there for now so he can build his starport?
No, that would be way too fast, no? I don't
Unless he's afraid of the Overlord seeing it on its way out.
I guess.
Like, you can pre-hide stuff for a proxy later on.
Yeah.
I can tell you don't play enough Protoss. Or you would know about that.
Oh, yeah?
Where economy doesn't matter. It's just about tricking your opponent.
Oh, you're so funny.
Okay, proxy factory it is.
Yeah. Like, you know, it's Terran. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah, fair
So
enough.
it's when's the last time you saw proxy factory in TVC?
It's, yeah, not
never
very
seen it.
often at all.
I actually just never seen it, you know. So I'm a little confused what's going on here. My guess is that it's gonna be like Hellion drop with like no reactor, just like 3 Hellions, you know. That's my best guess.
Okay.
But it could be anything, man. I have no idea what's going on. It's quite cool though, no? It's like so I never seen this.
I like seeing fresh stuff. It's fun.
But this Reaper shows up.
Well, Cure has a lot of like room to play with here. You know, he's so far ahead in the series. The games haven't actually been all that close. Like Leenock has fought okay, but at this point, Cure has to be feeling really, really confident. Even though I honestly like watching the games, I feel like if they get into a macro game against each other where no one's ahead, I could see that being very, very close.
Yeah, especially after game 1, he gave me some hope, but then game 2 he decided to do like an all-in.
Yeah.
That's just his choice, and then I guess that was his preparation.
Yeah, and when that doesn't work, it looks really, really bad, but I mean, you have to mix stuff like that in if you're going to be a pro.
Right. So actually he's making a no. the reactor is being made on the Baron.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be the 3 Helion drop. I guess a Liberator afterwards. I don't know. It's so weird, man. Because
You're probably right about the Liberator, yeah.
if you play a player like Leenock and he sees this, I'm feeling like, oh, you have no Helions. I'm gonna make Banelings afterwards and kill you. You know? It's like kind of situation like if you defend properly or somewhat decent, you can just make Banelings and you just win the game. So I will be. This will be a build I would never use against probably anyone, but
That might be why it works, though.
yeah.
The reactor on the factory.
Liberator on the way. Okay, makes sense. Okay, this dark spot I guess is a little annoying. Oh, there's no vision. Maybe he prepared. Oh.
Okay, well this is gonna hurt.
It is
Already 4 drones going down. Oh my God, we're up to 7, 9, 11,
Yeah.
counting by 2s here, odd numbers.
Wow, that's a lot of workers.
Oh.
That's a lot of workers.
That is a lot of workers.
You don't want to lose this many workers. This matchup early on like this.
No.
And he's gonna drop it again in the third base. He's coming. Killing Link. Even killing Links is annoying because you know it's just free damage. As long as he's gonna go Hellbats behind it. Look at this guy, man.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Well, he's already done so much damage, and Leenock has to drone pretty heavily here.
I love it, man. He's gonna make a Liberator as well, and just keep making Liberators. He's gonna push with the Marines as well. This is lovely. I love this, man. Oh, the Queen's at least in position. Right.
Now, Liberator coming up into the main.
The Queens. Hello. Okay, he should be able to see.
Well, they'll come over now, but
Okay.
that armory, a little over halfway done.
And then there's no Bailiness, Dan. There's no Bailiness.
No, there's no Roach Horn, there's nothing.
That scares me.
I mean, maybe if he had 3 Queens in production right now, I'd feel a little bit more confident about it, but this is...
there's also a lot of Marines on the way. Like, this push is not only hell, but look how many Marines there's. That's like
Oh my
8 or 9
God.
Marines. And the Liberator just keeping the Queens out of position all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Fusion curve. Okay, I seen it all.
I think this is it.
He's gonna push and he has nothing, man. I don't know how he can defend this, honestly. Even if he kills the medevac, which he wants, I have no idea. He has literally 0 fighting units. The Queens are out of position. Losing 2 Queens on the way.
Oh, man. All right, well, you know, it's great to have Leenock back, just like Ryung, but we'll see how they do next season.
It was a great trip. Good they qualify, I guess, but I guess they need more practice. They're not good enough.
No, not right now, but I mean, this is a tough match for Leenock.
It is.
Kira, when he's on, is really, really on. He brought some great builds here today. Great execution as well. This is the best that he's looked in a year, in my opinion. So yeah, I mean, he might actually be a fearsome player to play against this season.
He's pretty good, especially online. As I told you, he's really good. So maybe he's bringing it back up in the GSL as well.
Leenock, a little bit disappointed with himself there. Cure, business as it should be, in his opinion.
Good build though. I liked it.
Well, you said you didn't like it against Leenock specifically, but you like the build overall.
Well, I say if he defended properly, which he didn't.
Yeah. that can be said about so many things.
Right.
All right, well, looks like we have a very quick night here. Leenock very unhappy with that.
Yeah, 3-0, 3-0, man.
Yeah.
Pretty quick.
All
Faster
right.
group selection, I guess.
yeah. You're not going to have to stay here for that long, I guess. All right, let's go to the interview here with Kier.
The last person to earn the ticket to the round of 16 Codes is Cure. He defeats Leenock and he moves on. Congratulations. Thank you. So you are the last person to join the round of 16 Codes, Cure. It was a 3-0 victory. How do you feel right now?
시즌 1이랑 2 때 좀
In Season 1 and Season 2, I did not make good preparation.
열심히 준비했는데 이렇게 올라가서
So, you know, I'm really happy to have moved on to the Codes today. That's right, Cure. You have always been consistent with the Codes. But you were eliminated in Season 2 by a Zerg. So, did you have any trouble with the Zerg matchup?
운영이 자신 있어서 운영을 했는데
Well, that time I was confident in macro, but I lost the macro game 3 times in a row. So I realized that stage game is definitely different.
최대한 까다롭게 맞춤식으로
So today I try to make more thorough preparation and it worked. That's right. GSL is different. In Live Shade, you showed great multitasking skills and great micro to win the game. The opponent went for
공격 위협적인 순간은 없었나요?
wait.
사실 연습을 많이 했는데 처음 당해봐가지고 좀
Well, actually,
당황하긴
practiced a
했는데
lot, and it was
제가
my first time
의료선으로
getting
먼저
struck with this
공격해가지고
strategy.
마음 편하게 했던 것
But I was
같아요.
able to gain the victory because I attacked him first with the medevac.
건너시듯이 이렇게 꼼꼼하게 플레이하시더라고요.
You're very
상대의 이런
meticulous with your micro
잠복
today.
계속해서 의식하고
You're able
계신가요?
to get rid of the Zerglings and the Banelings so
옛날부터
effectively.
네, 많이 쓰는 걸 봐가지고 항상 스캔은 아끼지 않으려고.
I never try to
네.
I always
자,
try
이렇게
to use
오늘
my scan.
저그전은 지난
as much as
시즌과
possible.
완벽하게 다른 3대0 승리를
And unlike
거뒀습니다.
the last season,
어느덧
today's
올해 마지막 시즌이거든요.
victory
지난
was a
시즌
3-0-1.
1과 2가 좀 아쉬웠다 하셨는데
You
이번
said that
목표
season 1 and
어떻게
season
갖고
2 was
계시나요?
disappointing for you, but what is your objective for this season?
시즌이고 잘하고 싶은 마음이
Well, this is the last
커가지고
season for the year, so I want to be
목표는 4강으로 하고 있어요.
at my best.
목표는 4강이다.
And I want to aim for around the 4th spot for this season of the GSL.
조성호 선수의
So you will be joining the group nomination very soon, and the top seed is trapped by Freak of Freaks.
있으실까요?
So what are your thoughts on the group nomination for this time?
선수들이긴 한데 되도록이면 프로토스는
Well, all the top seeds are very strong
피하고 싶고요.
players, but I do want to avoid Protoss players as much as possible.
나머지 선수들이랑 하면은 그냥 준비 열심히 해야
And
될 것
as for the other players, I'm just gonna try to play at my best.
프로토스전이 확실히 힘드신가 봐요.
So are you saying the Protoss is hard to deal with?
그렇게까지 힘들다고 생각 안 했는데
I never thought it was this hard,
연습하다 보니까 좀
but recently as I
힘들다고
practiced,
느껴져서
I came to realization that Protoss is really hard.
네.
네,
So I do want to avoid
바람대로
Protoss.
프로토스를 피할
So will your
수
wish be
있을지
granted? We'll find out later in the group
조지명식에서
nomination.
확인해 보고요. 마지막으로 김도욱 선수
So
마지막
Cure,
한마디
before you go, anything you want to say?
요번에 좀 이렇게 쉽게 올라갈
Well,
줄은
this time I
몰랐는데,
didn't anticipate to move on so
다음에도 더
easily.
열심히 해서 좋은
So
경기
next time I'm going to try to
보여드리도록
prepare harder and try to win.
알겠습니다. 다시 한번 16강 진출
Once again,
축하드립니다.
congratulations on your round of 16 Cure. Thank you.
자, 이렇게 코드의 모든 경기가
Alright.
끝났습니다. 코드에스
Here.
16강에 진출한
Thinks it's
선수들
hard to
모두
win TVP. We'll see
축하드리면서
what type of group
경기
he ends
최종
up in.
경기 확인해
It's funny because
보겠습니다.
King said it was easy.
Well, he
Who should we
has the
really-
hubris of Terran, man. He's been in the military too long. He's, well, I guess he's been back for a bit now, but he's figured it out, he says. I hope so. I want to see it.
Yeah, me too. 'Cause I don't see you.
Yeah. Unfortunately, two of our more one-sided matches tonight. Keen
Pretty well
3-0 against Ryung, Kira 3-0 against Leenock.
We had some good games. So I like the romanticized TBT, for example. I thought it was a pretty
Yeah,
cool game.
yeah, that was a nice game. That was a nice game. And here is our final standing, 7-5-4.
Wow, they're an OP, man.
Dude, why are there so many Terran players up there? Innovation and TY are not even in the GSL
Could be
anymore.
9. Imagine if they were.
I know, yeah, 100% they'd be in. So, you know, that's that. All right, so this is who we are going into the group selection phase with. What would be your perfect group here?
I think I'm gonna be in Group A, so I can put Trap, and then I would like maybe Dream and Beyond, or Dream and Keen, or Beyond and Keen actually. Beyond and Dream.
Keen?
Beyond and Dream.
Yen and Dream? I think that's pretty reasonable. You could get out of that.
I could get out.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's going to be a lot of fun. Guys, don't go anywhere because we are going to take a short break while we set up the group selection. You got to like move chairs around, get all the pro gamers in their right seats. Special is going to be there. We're going to have a translation via Andy for you guys. It's going to be great. I mean, it's always a lot of fun to watch the group selections.
Some
See all
banter, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Making
And this
fun of
time,
people.
Solar's going to be in the studio, right?
I hope so.
I hope so. That was so weird last time with the monitors sitting there. It's like,
What was that? Yeah.
yeah. But don't go anywhere because that's always a lot of fun. Thank you for coming down, Special.
My pleasure. It was my pleasure to
Aw-
be here, and thanks you for the invite.
Yeah,
Oh,
awesome
had a
for
fun one.
awesome casting with you. I guess Tasteless is going to be out of quarantine tomorrow.
He's back. I was happy to be budget tasteless for a while.
Yes, yes, and you did a great job.
Thank you
Great
so
job
much,
filling
thank
in. I felt exactly the same.
Oh,
Like, who is this handsome man next to me casting so well? Is it Tasteless? Is it Juan? I don't know.
Thank you so much for your work.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're going to take a quick little break, and when we come back, it's going to be group selection.